And now let's talk about the pattern number 17. We have already discussed about the pattern number 16 and it's completed. Okay, so in this video we can discuss about pattern number 17 and it's a very important patterns also. Okay, so many peoples are confused regarding that patterns. Okay, so I hope you can see carefully so that you can't confuse. Okay, so what we are doing here is, if you see, so first focus how many rows are there. Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, right? So we can say n equal to 4, no doubt in that, right? If it is 5, you can write 5 also, no issue in that. Okay, same thing, you can write n equal to 4 or n equal to 5. So row is clear. It means outer loop it will go up to n times, which is 4 times. What about inner loops? So inner loops we have already discussed these patterns. I hope you know about it. 1 star, triple star, 5th star, 7th star, 9 star. Okay, so that patterns we have to cover. So here what is there? 1 space, 1 space, 2 space, 2 space, 3 space, 3 space, right? 777. So this pattern we have to fulfill. So here if you see, this is the part of the space and this is the parts of the space. So we can say here a space and alphabet, right? A space is what? It is n times, so here it will start with 3. So n is what? 4. So we can write here n minus 1. N minus 1. It will go up to n minus 1 times correctly. Okay, so that it will go 3 times 3 times. Okay, n minus 1, n minus 1. So it means n minus I we can say also. So this is the nothing but n minus I, correct? 3, 2, 1. So once I will increase, so I will start with 1. So if it is 1, it will print 3 times. If it is 2, it will print 2 times. If it is 3, it will print 1 times. If it is 4, it will not print. Okay, like that we can consider it. What is the alphabet? So regarding alphabet, I hope you already know. For the star patterns, 2 into I. Okay, if your I is start with the 1, you can consider 2 into I minus 1 or plus 1. Okay, so if it is I start with, if your I is start with 1, you can consider minus 1. If I start with 0, you can consider 2 into I plus 1. Okay, this is the things you have to consider, nothing else. 0, 1, 2, like that. Okay, I hope you understood. So we are going to consider this thing only. So I hope this thing as of now we have understood. Like we are able to print the star, but how this alphabet we can print it? So while printing this alphabet, we have to understood each and every row is a semantics of itself. So if you see here, A itself is a semantics. If you see ABA, it's a itself semantics. ABCBA itself semantics. ABCD again CBA. So this is nothing but semantics. So one of the break point we are trying to decrement it. Increment, and in particular point decrement. Correct? So how it's considering? For example, if I means row I equal to 1, it should print 1. If I equal to what? 2, so it will go up to 2 times. Then after that it will do what? Decrement. If I is 3, it will go 3 times. After that it will decrement. If I is 4, it will go up to 4 times. After that it will decrement. So this is the logic you have to keep in your minds and you have to write the logic for that. So first let's write a logic to understand this one. Okay, a star pattern. Then after we can focus to alphabet. Okay, A space, I hope you know already in the previous lecture, so we can discuss it. Okay, let's start now. So we have discussed the pattern number 16, it's completed. Okay, let me write the pattern number 17. Okay, so here I'm going to start. So this is public statics void pattern 17, and we can start. Let me format it. Here we can take one dynamic value, which is n, correct, and make sure you have to call also. Okay, so this is the pattern number 17 we have got. Inside this pattern 17 we have to write one outer loop. Okay, int I equal to whatever which is a start with 1 or 0, 1, and I less than equal to n it will go, and I plus plus, correct. As of now we are dynamically. Now we have to think about a space. First we have to think about the space, and then after alphabet, and then after we have to talk about next line, because last space is not considered and we don't want to think about it also. Okay, because if it is the last space we don't want to consider it, we don't want to handle it, but if it is middle space definitely you have to do it, otherwise first space. So regarding a space, if I talk about, so regarding the next line we can do s out. Next line is completed. Regarding a space we have to take the help of for loop, and we can take int j equal to 0 or s equal to 1, you can write, and a space will go up to n minus I times. So we can write here s is less than n into I. Okay, so right now if you see what is the s is 1, and what is n is 4. So 4 into I, how much? I is 1, so 4 in 1 is 4, and it will go up to 4 times, so definitely we need equal to. Okay, and then after we can go and we can do s plus plus. Okay, and here we have to print the space, so we can write s out double quote space, and next line is not required simply. Okay, as of now I hope you understood how we are handling the space. A space is nothing but we consider 4, so 4 into I, so it will go up to 4 times, but we don't want 4 times, so we can do minus 1. This is the things we have to consider also, because if it is 4 we have to go 3 2 1, if it is 5 4 you have to go with the 4 3 2 1, like that. A space we have to maintain it. Okay, so I have written n into I minus 1, and it will start with 1. If it is 0 we don't want to write minus 1. Okay, clear. Okay, now we have to print the start. So for printing the start, what we can do, same loop I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste here, and I will write j equal to 1, and I will write j less than equal to 2 into I, okay, minus 1, and j plus plus, and here we can give just a start. Okay, nothing else. If I print it, you can see here it will print the patterns whatever you want. Okay, so basically this is the patterns it will print. Okay, just because we have managed the n minus 1 space, because every time it will decrement it. So whenever you get the patterns, maybe in the first time you get confused, so what you can do is think how many rows are there and what are the column patterns and how we can print it, and then after go to the code and start writing. Once you start the writing, you can get a logic or idea and you can do the implementations. Okay, so this is one of the correct way to understand also. Okay, Let's do this code in the our coding ninja. Okay, so I'm going to copy this code, enter code, and let's go here. Okay, so if you see here, this is called alpha hill problems, and this problem statement is like Sam is curious about the alpha hills, so he decided to create alpha hills of the different size, and alpha hills is separated by the triangles where the alphabets are filled in the palindromics orders, or for every value of n help spam to return the corresponding alpha hills. So it's not a n, it's maybe the n equal to 3, n equal to 5. Dynamically people will pass here, and your responsibility is to manage each and everything. But he not asking to start, he asking to print a alphabet. So our responsibility is not done as of now. What we can do, while printing a alphabet, we have to assign one characters which is C equal to A, because if you see here, we are starting a alphabet with A, and then A B A, then A B C B A. If it is third row, 3 times. Keep it in your mind, and let's go here. So every situations we have to start with A. So that's why I have taken one character which is A, and every time it will erase and it will start with the A, because we have written inside the one other loop, correct? So every time it will initialize with A, and it will do our operation based on this loop. What I am going to do is, I am going to print here this character CH. Let's suppose if I print these characters, every place you can see A. But I don't want A. I want CH plus. Okay, what it will print? If you see carefully, it will print A B C D E. But that one also I don't want. I want after C in the reverse order. But it's printing D. I don't want. What we can do? So we have to think this logic. Okay, after that we want reverse. Okay, so for that, if you go here, okay, and if I show you, okay, correctly, so let me remove it first. Okay, so if you see here correctly, we are able to print it. Okay, so what we can do is, if you see here, what is A? So A is column number 1. So we can write, it will go in, it will also multiply like a star. So we can say 2 into 1, okay, by 2, okay, less than J. Okay, so J is less than 2 into I by 2 minus 1. Then print 1A. If it is J is less than 2 into 2, now I is 2, by 2 minus 1, what it will give? It will start with the 1, and 2 to 4 by 2, it will give 1, and here also equal to. Okay, 2 to 4, 4 by 2, 2 minus 1 is 1. So now it will, for 1 times, okay, for 1 times it will print what? A, B, A. So first time by default we can print it. Second time it will, one more times it will increment. It will become B, and next time it will go minus. Done. Again, next time if we talk about this one, so let's suppose we have a I equal to 4 here. Correct? I equal to 4. So J is starting with 1. Okay, and 2 multiply 4 by 2 minus 1. 1 less than, what will happen? 4 to ja 8. 8 by 2 minus 1. 1 less than 8 by 2, 4 minus 1. What will happen? 1 less than equal to 4 minus 1, 3. so it will go up to 3 times symmetrics if you see, correct. So if you see the symmetrics 3 times and this one also 3 times it will print, and D is by default. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so if I go here and we have already A equal to characters, so first time by default I will print the characters, no issue in that. But here what I will do is I will check if J is less than equal to 2 into I. Let me give these things by 2 minus 1. Okay, then do the ch plus plus else ch minus minus. Okay, correct. I will explain you 1 minute once I will run it. So if you see here A B A B C B A B C D C B A B C D E D C B A, correct. But the problem is how you can understood. So if you see here what I have done, I have written one logic which is extra logic to make it sometimes increment, sometimes decrement. So I think, okay, if J is starting from 1 and it will go up to 3 times. So here we have decided it will print 1, 3, 5 or 7 or 9 star. So based on that only we have written 2 into I. 2 into I means 2 into 1. So if it is 1, what will happen? 2 by 2, it will give 1. 1 minus 1 will become 0. So it will not run. So only A will be printed. It will go to the next line. If it is next station, a space will be printed. Character will assign. Now I is 2. Okay, here what will happen? 2 into 2, it will become 4. 4 by 2, it will become 2. 2 minus 1, it will become 1. So this time A is already printed, and one more times this is true because we got here 1 and 1 equal to 1, that is true. Then it will print what? It will go increment C plus plus. So it will go to the B. And after that it will come back, it will increment the J plus plus and it will go here. This is also satisfied, it will print this B, and after that while checking the conditions, what will happen? Now I will be same but J is increment, so now J is 2 and this will give 1. In that situation what will happen? It will not go to the if condition, it will go to the else condition. In else condition we can do what? Decrement. So again it will become A. Let's see next time. Okay, so if it is again go J plus plus, J will become 3. So 3 and 2 into I is what? I is 1. So if you see here carefully, what will happen? 2 into I, 2 2 is 4, 4 minus 1, so 3 equal to 3, already done. If it is 4, it will not go, and it will go to the next line, again it will go, and it will print it. So this is the logic. Do one thing, note down this in your pen and papers and try to traverse one by one each and every logic. Then might be you get understand what exactly here is happening. Because data structure is not such a easy way to understand, but definitely if you write 2 or 3 test case iteration, you understood what I am trying to say and what you try to understood. Okay, it should be clear. But if whatever I am saying, if you listen and if you see the answer and if you go blindly, it will not work. Again, after some times you forget each and everything, so be prepared for that also. Okay, what I can do, I can just give here. Okay, I will write my code here, and this one is required a space, so we have to maintain the space also while printing. So I can write here ch space. Let me run. What is the issue we are getting? So all test case are failed, no issue in that. Let me submit it. Okay, so alpha hills is also submitted. Okay, and it's a successfully. Now what we can do, let's go to the second patterns. But guys, please don't forget to do on the pen paper, because until if you not do on the pen papers, I know data structure you can't understood, so you have to do on the pen papers each and every iteration, so it will become your friend and it will go up to long time. Okay, let's understand pattern number 18. What is the pattern 80 is saying? Okay, so if it will start with E, so this is also a triangle. It's look like a triangle, 1 2 3, and there is no space, so we have to maintain. And it will start with the E again, less than so we can do minus minus. Okay, minus E, minus D, minus B C D E, and minus. So 1 1 minus we can do, and it will achieve. Okay, so this is the n equal to 5, I can say. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 row are there, so n equal to 5. And what will happen is, here if I equal to 1, okay, then don't do anything. If I equal to 2, do 1 minus, do 1 minus, 1 minus, 1 minus, 1 minus, and you can achieve it. Okay, let's write a code for that. It's AG. Okay, so if I go to the Eclipse, okay, if you see here, I'm going to do one things. I will copy this code, okay, and I will paste here, and I will try to remove all the thing. Next line is anyhow required, so we can keep it. Okay, also here we have to call this method, so let me give 18. Okay, so this is the things we have to understood. Next line is required, but what I'm going to do is for printing. Okay, so we need one for loop. I'm going to use index array, and this should be characters. Okay, fine. So I understood. Okay, how it will print? It will go up to I times only, and it will also start with 1, correct, and we can declare 1 characters here. Okay, so what is happening here? Let me close each and everything. Okay, this is the method. It's not closing. Okay, so let me close here. Okay, now it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. So here we have to declare whatever the characters we have given. So let's suppose we have a 1 char ch equal to E, correct? So if it is E, character is a start with E, because I'm focused on my example here. So you can see example will start with the E, then D, E, like that it will go. So it will start with character which is E, and what I'm going to do is here, okay, I'm going to do like every times it will decrement, that is fine. And here we have to do right angle triangle. So what can I do here? I can print something. Okay, and if I print here ch, if you see our structure is correct or not. So if you see, there is no corrections because of this ln. Let me remove it again, save it and run it. So this is we want, but we don't want everything. Okay, because we have to start with the again C D E, like that also. Okay, so every step we have to go minus minus minus. So how we can do basically? So basically what we can do is it will go up to, so what we can do, whatever the we have, so we can assume we have a 1 character, Okay, ch equal to whatever the ch we have, ch minus 1. Okay, ch minus 1 I will write here. This is the characters we have to start, but this character is not the end. So what we can do, we can write here ch equal to e minus 1. Okay, we can write it also e minus 1. Minus 1 we can write outside, that is good. Okay, and here also we can write ch less than equal to, up to e it will go, it will not go more than that. Correct. And one more things I have to do. Okay, ch plus plus. Okay, so this is the things we have to cover, and here we can print the seeds. Okay, so if I run it, you can see it will do the minus here only. Okay, so it will do the minus here only. So what will happen, it will go to the C, so it will print the what, D. Let me run and I will show you so that you can come up to the conclusion. That is the things it's printed, but we don't want this one. Okay, what I want. Okay, so what I want is it will go up to e minus 1 to e. So every time it will decrement, so it can give as a I. I is what? I is 1 and cast to care. Correct, no issue. So e minus 1 and it will go up to that. So if I run and if I show you, you can see D, E, C, D, E, but we don't want like that. We don't want. So what we can do? We can do one thing. We can do one thing. What we can do is, we can start these characters every time with e minus 1. Right? E minus 1, if you see these patterns, no, it will start sometime E, sometime D, sometime C, sometime B. So every time depend on these characters only, which is I. Okay, and if you print it, it will go and it will print and it will go up to E. Okay, so E minus I is what? D. But first time we don't want, so what we can do? We can do minus 1. Okay, and ch plus plus, it will go every time. Correct. So let me run it. So if you see, what is the output? CD. I don't want those things. So if you see here, it will start with the C minus I. So I will give C plus 1. Okay, and E, D, C, D, E, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E. This is the same pattern which we are trying to write it. Okay, A, B, C, D, E. Okay, same thing. Okay, so what we have done is, here we have started with E. Okay, and dynamically we are going up to that characters, but in that, if you increment, we have to write the logic that, and we can decrement it every time with I, because I will go one step back. If it is increment, it will go one step back. It is increment, it will go one step back. And I hope you are happy with that code. Okay, if you have some other code for that, you can write, if you are able to write some best way. Okay, and let's see and go to the alpha triangles, and this is the problems. If you see, so this problem is started with the 3. So we have to take the help of not C, we have to take the help of not E, we have to take the help of C. So if I submit this code, let me submit it so that you can understood. This is giving the wrong result. Okay, so what we have to do is, we have to write it. Hey, we don't want to start with the E, we have to start with the C, and and here if you see, basically, so it will go up to C of C, okay, and it will print it. Let me run one more times. Again it's given the issue. So what they are trying to say is, it will start with the C characters, it will go up to that, and character equal to C minus I plus 1, and CH less than equal to C, and CH plus plus, print the C and go to the next line. This is the code, right? Let me copy this code and paste it in our system. Okay, so if it is started with the C, it will go B, C, and again it will go A, B, C, and why it's going up to 5 times. So if you give n equal to 5, okay, correct. Okay, so why it's giving the wrong? Because here they are respecting the space and we have not given the space while printing it. So make sure you have to give the space. If you not give the space, your test case is fail, and maybe you get confusion like why it's not working. Okay, so that thing also will happen, so you have to be careful regarding that also. Okay, but still I am facing the issue. Why system.out.println test cases are failing? If it is 3, if it is 1, okay, so this is not look like it dynamically. Okay, so because of that it's failing. So what we can do, same is researching on alpha triangle, so he needs to create a them for the different integers n and alpha triangles represented by the triangular patterns, and alpha it reverse orders. Okay, correct, but what we can do, okay, he wants C, okay, right, C, but C with CB and CBA, and we have written something different. We don't want like that. Okay, CB he want reverse order. Okay, if you see carefully here, what they are respecting, they are respecting CBA. That is the different things we have to do. So what we can do is CCBBA. So for that I am thinking, let's go here and we can write the code for that. So this is the C, so it will go up to C, so it will start with the C. Okay, it will go up to C, and every time it will do one minus and it will increment it. Okay, so what we can do is we can write here C and plus I. Okay, and if you print it, so it's printed the CD, but we don't want like that. Why? Because C and C plus 1, so C plus I is what? C is printed equal to C plus I. Okay, why it's 2 times, so we have to do here minus. Okay, and once you do the minus and if you print CD, CDE, CDEF, but he wants CB. Okay, he wants CB, if you see carefully, CBCA, but our question is different, I think. So this is the C. So for our requirements we have already completed, but based on our logical coding online practice we have not completed. So now he want B, right? So start with the C and do the minus minus. I'm correct? So here we can write C plus I start with the C, and next time it will go up to B. Okay, so let me write minus minus. If I write here minus minus, what will happen? Let's see, it will go infinite loop. Correct? Yeah, correct, it will go infinite loop. So what we can do here is start with the C, correct, and int char ch, it says not required. Okay, start with the C every time and go minus minus. So C greater than equal to C minus I C minus I, the C plus 1. Okay, and it will print the CH. So C, CB, CBA. I think this should be correct for the online code. Okay, so based on that requirement you have to modify, guys. Sometimes it's happen. So make sure you have to be careful that also. Okay. So sometimes it will not meet the requirement exactly, and we are writing some other things, so it will happen. Okay. So what is happening here is it started with the C. If it is 1, if it is 2, if 9, that sign it's failing. Okay, so if that time it's fail, how we can make it dynamically? So for making that dynamically, what we have to do? Okay, so whatever we have, it will start with the A plus N. What they have given, and it should convert in characters. Cast to cat. I think that is not required now, if they are not able to casting properly. Okay, now it's fine, and we have started with n, and we can go up to n times. Why I have added here n? Because it will represent, okay, what is the a n plus n. So n is 5, so it will add 65 plus 5, so it will go to the f, but I don't want f, I want minus 1. Okay, if I want minus 1, what will happen here? It will start with E, correctly? So if it is E, okay, so if it is E, and because A plus 5, A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so it will become E, and while starting with E, it will go, and every time it will start with the E, and E greater than, less than, greater than, less than A plus n minus I plus 1 and ch minus minus, then we can continue. So e ed edc edcb a. Okay, correct. So for that we need one space, that is the one things. But here if you see carefully, it will start with the e, but first time it's not printing anymore. So what will happen here? It's happening like, okay, up to that only it will go. So I think it will start with E. So E, E, D, E, D, C, E, D, C. Okay. Let me put this code. It's working or not. You can test it. Okay. So let me write this code here. Let me run it again. It's dynamically supporting or not. We can see it. So finally, it's dynamically supported, and we can submit it. Okay. So you have to do lots of the practice, lots of the work, then only you can understand this type of the coding, because lots of the brain you have to put inside this. Okay, thank you so much.